Pleasure and profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the May 2012 Graduate and Professional Class. afternoon. Good afternoon. Please look around and notice where the exits are located. Emergency personnel are on duty to assist you should the need arise. Please be sure to turn off all cellular telephones, pagers, and other professional digital assistance. Please be seated. The candidates for degrees within view of their families and other guests are here assembled to be recognized for having stayed the course of academic rigor in accordance with the procedures and policies of North Carolina Central University. They are the honorees for this hour. I declare our 119th commencement exercises open. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the Chancellor of North Carolina Central University, Charlie Mims.
Good afternoon. Give me some energy. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. It's a wonderful afternoon, designed especially for you as you reach this important milestone in your life. As we began these commencement exercises, I have 3 simple requests. Please turn off all cell phones or place them in the mute mode. 2, please do not obstruct the view of others by standing when not requested to do so. Please refrain from excessive celebrations when degrees are conferred. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. There may be some mother, some father, some grandmother, some big mother, a big papa, who would like to see their child march across this stage and receive their diploma. And we'd like for them to be able to see that. And we want you to enjoy the celebration as well. Welcome to North Carolina Central University and to the 119th commencement exercise. My sincere thanks go to the faculty and staff for all of their hard work in making this day a reality for about 400 graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2012. NCCU is designated a military-friendly institution because we try hard to accommodate our veterans. Will all graduates who are also veterans please stand and be recognized? All of our veterans stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your service to this country. You may be seated. I am always fascinated, absolutely fascinated, to hear how NCCU became the first choice for such a diverse array of people. Belinda Benke Biney, I want you to stand. Belinda, stand. Are you here, Belinda? Stand. Remain standing if you don't mind. Let me talk about you a little bit. Belinda comes to us from Hamburg, Germany. She came to the United States on a volleyball scholarship to Virginia Commonwealth University. But she transferred to be closer to family and to attend an HBCU. You see, Belinda was the only black person in her class growing up in Germany. Here at NCCU, she was thrilled to have the experience of being part of the majority for the first time in her life. And certainly, Belinda, we were happy to have you. In 2010, her last year of athletic qualification, Belinda topped our women's volleyball team with 414 kills, 47 service aces, and 209 digs. She was awarded. That's not all. She was awarded Most Valuable Player and NCCU Student Athlete of the Year. She did all of this while tutoring other students in German, working in the office of the provost, and while maintaining a 3.83 GPA. In our MBA program. Congratulations, Belinda. T. Greg Doucette, please stand. Greg's one of the first people I had a chance to meet when I affiliated with North Carolina Central University. Greg's journey to this day was not easy. He had to drop out of his undergraduate program at NC State for financial reasons. After being homeless for a little while back in 2000, he got a job loading UPS trucks in the middle of the night. But it was his second job at a law office that showed him his future. Greg finished his bachelor's degree at State in 2009 and chose NCCU School of Law over all the others. He said he appreciated what he called, quote, the family atmosphere and uplifting environment at NCCU, end quote. The fact that tuition was half as much here as it was at other schools didn't hurt either. Greg's an honor student who has served as president of the UNC Association of Student Government and president of the NCCU Student Bar Association. He was captain of our child advocacy team that advanced to the regional quarterfinals, outranking every other law school in the state of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee. Now he's trying to start up a nonprofit incubator for NCC law graduates who seek to start their own practice. Congratulations, Greg. Belinda, and Greg will be the first to admit that they didn't make it here on their own. They had the help of a caring family and the love and support of their friends. Graduates, I want you to stand now and give your support system your best round of applause for their help. Thank you very much. I think if you said thanks that way to me, I'd ask for my tuition back. I'd ask for my tuition back and all of those hours I did that babysitting for you. Well, congratulations and welcome to the spring commencement ceremony 2012. The program will proceed as printed.
Chancellor Nam, Attorney Ballantyne, platform guests, faculty, staff, family, and friends, but particularly to the honorees, graduating class of 2012. Reflecting on these past years and looking forward to the future, allow me to offer you words of encouragement as you open up the next chapter of your life. You have overcome this set of obstacles. Indeed, you have weathered the storm. You have survived the challenges that were set before you. So now, breathe a sigh of relief and celebrate with this moment in time that our Creator has blessed you with on this day. Don't look back, for it is all past. Look to a bright and promising future that will make you the servant that God has created in you. There's a poem entitled High Standards, and it was written by Florence Prentice of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It says, set for yourself high standards. Let no one bring them down. Believe in yourself above all else. Let your pride always abound. Keep a positive attitude, though at times you may find this hard to do. Dig deep within for motivation. That will always carry you through. Keep your goals in mind at all times, regardless of the task that you are called to do. Sometimes that detour you're forced to take will provide knowledge of vital importance to you. Be proud of your accomplishments, as well as the successes of others. Don't let jealousy or envy hinder your program. Remember, we must all support one another. View every task you undertake as a lesson as well as a test. In everything you do each day. Give to the world your very best. Thank you, congratulations, and may God forever bless you.
Good afternoon. Graduates, families, students, faculty, staff, and alumni of North Carolina Central University. I bring you greetings on behalf of the North Carolina Central University Board of Trustees. Each of you has a story and a journey that has brought you to this place and time. Whether you decided to switch careers and follow your true passion, or you aim to obtain a second degree and make waves in your industry, I commend you for reaching the destination of graduation. I am sure that there are countless personal and professional sacrifices you have made to get here. Whatever those sacrifices, they were done with the goal that we celebrate today. As you reflect back on your years here at NCCU and think of the professors who advised and mentored you, as well as your fellow classmates who studied with you, please know that your hard work has paid off. Today, you join a distinguished group of Eagle alumni who are making their mark on the world, from educating the next generation to uncovering new drugs to fight diseases. Never forget to use the power of networking to connect and reconnect with your fellow Eagles. Choose to make an impact and put your advanced degree to work in your respective fields as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Use your NCCU education to continue learning outside the classroom and in the communities where you live and ultimately decide to work. NCCU will always be your home, and we expect great things from you. As you leave the nest today, we would like to say from the Board of Trustees, congratulations, and we look forward to saluting your next achievement. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Greetings, Chancellor Nelms, Attorney Ballantyne, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. Today marks a significant achievement in the lives of all graduates here today. From this moment on, you will be recognized as a master in your respective fields. Take a moment to reflect on what I just said. You are a master. Webster's Dictionary defines a master as one who conquers. As you enter the workforce into an unstable economy, remember you are a master. Take advantage of opportunities to further pass your skills. And if you have dreams of obtaining doctorates, go after them full steam ahead. You are a master. Be confident in the knowledge and the skills you obtained here at NCCU. You have been prepared far more than you realize right now. The lessons you learned will be with you all your life. From this moment on, you are a master. You have mastered your comprehensive exams. You have mastered your thesis defense. You have mastered your mastery case study. You have mastered your curriculum. Now go forward to be a master in your career. As Henry David Thoreau once said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you've imagined. Congratulations, 2012 graduates. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am T. Greg Doucette, the outgoing president of the North Carolina Central University School of Law Student Bar Association and a graduating member of the class of 2012. As I prepared my remarks for this morning, I was reminded by one of my classmates that in some sense commencement speeches are like elevator music. No matter how great they sound, it always sounds better the less you have to listen to them. So rather than a traditional welcome speech, I'd instead like to share with you 3 statistics about the North Carolina Central University School of Law that illustrates who we are and what we do. And folks, I'll start with the big one, 24,237. That is the amount of tuition and fees paid by our graduating students over the course of their 3-year education. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and it will probably feel like a lot when we start repaying our student loans in November. But that is actually the lowest tuition and fee rate in the state of North Carolina, and one of the 10 lowest nationwide, according to data compiled by U.S. News and World Report. It highlights our school's historic role as a school of opportunity, providing a chance for those who otherwise wouldn't have one to become contributing members of the legal profession. And the law school's historic role brings me to my second statistic, 8,856. That is the amount in hours of pro bono legal service provided by a class of 2012 graduates. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with law, pro bono means free. We provide free legal help to those who otherwise cannot afford an attorney. And if you were to take those hours, smush them all together, it would be like having your own personal attorney working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 52 weeks straight. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, 2. That is the number of times the North Carolina Central University School of Law has been ranked as the single best value in legal education in the country. It highlights the fact that not only are we a low-cost institution, but we are also a high-quality institution, as we take leaders in the classroom and mold them into leaders in the courtroom. Folks, there are 200 law schools in the United States of America. Most of them have never even seen a best value list. Central has been on it repeatedly and has been at the top twice. We have something very special here in Durham, North Carolina. It is worth supporting with your time, your energy, and yes, your contributions. It is worth protecting from budget cuts and tuition hikes because it is worth preserving the opportunity the School of Law provides for future contributors to the legal profession. So Chancellor Nelms, Dean Pierce, and our many distinguished guests, both here on the platform, but especially out there in the audience, I bring you greetings from one of the crown jewels of this institution, the North Carolina Central University School of Law, and to my friends in the class of 2012 about to walk across this stage, congratulations.
Thank you, each of you, for your greetings. We're joined today by a number of people seated on the stage that I'd like to acknowledge, but I ask you to hold your applause until all have been introduced. These are the Vice Chancellors, Deans, and other members of our leadership team who work so tirelessly on your behalf. And I ask you to please join me in thanking them. I want to offer a special welcome to any elected officials, retirees, and members of the clergy. We have representatives from our Board of Trustees, including Ms. Avon Ruffin, whom you've heard from, John Barbie, and Paul Pope, our trustees, North Carolina Central University. Thank you. Of course, there's a person out here that I've known for a long time, and that's Janetta Sherrod Nelms, that I've had an opportunity to have as a friend, a supporter, and a spouse for 44 years. Janetta, are you here? Thank you. She may be tied up in traffic, I'm not sure. Now, I want you to hear from America's best choir. America's best choir, and that is the North Carolina Central University Choir. it is now my pleasure to introduce attorney and talk show host Warren Ballantyne. We've all heard the statistics demonstrating racial disparity in America. It is a wound that just won't heal. According to a recent report by the Department of Justice, less than 1% of the white male population is behind bars compared to almost 3% of Hispanic and nearly 7% of African American men. For black males ages 20 to 34, the rate is 11%. But nothing is ever going to be done about it if we don't speak truth to power and follow that with some political action. Warren Ballantyne speaks truth to power, and his actions speak almost as loudly as his words. But his words and his actions aren't enough. We all can and must. We must be agents of change if we're going to change the statistics that I just shared with you. I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say to us today. And so it is an honor and a privilege to present to you Attorney Warren Ballantyne, one of Ebony Magazine's 100 most influential people. Warren.
I want to say thank you to Chancellor Nelms, the Board of Trustees, the esteemed faculty. Give your faculty a round of applause. They are awesome here at North Carolina Central. To the graduating class of 2012, to the families, and to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day. Give yourselves a round of applause. Before I get into the speech, I have to tell you, I almost choked when I was on stage when the student bar president stepped up here. When he said the total cost for 3 years was $24,000, that wouldn't even cover the half a semester at my law school. I came out of law school with $180,000 worth of debt. $180,000. Lord, I needed to find Central 12 years ago. But God is good. He is good. I graduated with $180,000 worth of debt, but now I'm a partner and part owner of a law firm that did $20 million last year, so God is good. God is good. Today I want to talk to you, though, specifically about humility and faith. And I chose those two topics because you are the cream of the crop sitting here. You have weathered the storm. You have made sacrifices to get to this point in your life where you have the letters in front or behind your name. And you feel pretty good about yourself. But always remember that this journey was not yours alone. The reason that you can see farther than anybody you've ever met in your family is because you stood on the shoulders of giants before you. Your feet never touched the ground as you climbed up to the top of the mountain. So as you get to the top and look down, we must remember to be humble. So I want to tell you the importance of humility as you go out into this world. And I'll tell you in some stories. The first story, do you mind if I talk a little church today? Is that okay? See, this weekend is special to me. Let me tell you why this weekend is so special. Not just because it's Mother's Day. Mother's Day is May 13th. That's also my birthday. But that doesn't make it special either. Last year, I sat in the same audience on May 13th and watched my wife get her master's degree from here. My niece, born May 13th. And the day that I graduated from law school, it was May 13th. It was my birthday, Mother's Day, and law school graduation. So this day, this weekend is always special to me. So I want to talk a little bit about God and the importance of having that humility. We all know the story of David and Goliath. But sometimes we forget the real meaning of that story. Not that David conquered big Goliath. David was a shepherd. He was not trained in the ways of fighting. He was trained to be a shepherd. In fact, if you really know the story, he was going down to check on his brothers, who were the warriors. David came in and he saw how all the Philistines were saying and yelling, and he couldn't understand why everybody was afraid of Goliath. So he convinced King Saul, let me fight him. So finally the king said, okay, you can fight him, dressed in the army robe. What did David say? I don't want to dress in the robe. All I need is God and a slingshot. In that moment of defeating Goliath, not only did he show the power of the Lord, what he showed was his faith to humble a king, to say that I didn't need an army to defeat what I was facing. I just needed to humble myself. You are here today because you humbled yourself in some way. When you go out into the real world, you'll start becoming financially stronger. You become experts in your particular field. And you're going to think that you're at the top of the world and you know it all. But that's when you lose it all. You must always be humble in what you do. If you've ever heard me on the radio, the way I talk and the passion that I use, people tell me, Warren, you crazy to talk about what you be talking about. And I always tell them, I'm telling the truth. And if I'm telling the truth, all I'm doing is being humble. Now, I want to tell you another story about humility and faith. I grew up born and raised in Chicago. I grew up in the projects of Chicago. Before I was 13 years old, I had personally witnessed 5 murders. I had seen 3 people get their brains blown out in front of me by the time I was 13 years old. It was gangs, it was drugs, it was everything around me that you could possibly think of. I remember a reporter coming in to do a story, and he was in our church. And it was 2 ladies sitting in the front row. And our preacher was preaching, and he was telling a story of one of the members of the church. He was preaching, he said, let me tell you about this young man. This young man was so smart. He was a good football player. He even got a football scholarship. It was his way, his ticket out of the project. But this young man came home from school one time, and he had went out to a nightclub. He had some drinks, and he didn't want to drink and drive, so he hopped in the car with his friends who grew up in the projects with him. They get pulled over, there's 4 guns in the car. The police run the backgrounds on all the young men in the car. He's the only one who had never been criminally in the system. So all 4 guns immediately became that young man's guns. This young man is locked up for 9 months. He loses his football scholarship. His mother can't get him out of jail. She doesn't have the bond money. The only attorney she can afford is a public defender. But you know what happened with this young man? His aunt came to see him one day. And she said, have you prayed? Have you humbled yourself to God to ask him to help you? And that night, that young man prayed. That Monday morning, his mother came to see him, and tears was running down her face, and she said, I found a lawyer that will take your case. He said, Mama, the case is a $15,000 case. He said, the lawyer's going to do it for $500. They went to trial. It's 3 other young men in the car at the time of the arrest. All 3 of them are on probation. The state's attorney, the district attorney's office, told these 3 men, if you testify that these guns were yours, you will go to jail. All 3 of the men came in and testified on behalf of the other young boy that these guns did not belong to him. He got in the car, didn't know they were in the car. These were our guns. The judge looked at the young boy and apologized to the boy. Found the young man not guilty. The young man was so grateful. He ran up to his attorney. He said, Attorney Johnson, please let me wash your car. Let me vacuum your rugs. Let me do something to repay you. And the young attorney because Attorney Johnson was a young attorney. He looked at this 19-year-old boy and said, if you want to do something with your life, do something with your life. That's how you repay me. At that moment, that young boy decided he didn't want to play football. He wanted to be a lawyer. So as the preacher was preaching this, the reporter from the New York Times was sitting there and he was watching these two ladies. And they were just bowled over crying hysterically. And the reporter looked at me and he said, man, whoever that young man is, he must be related to him. I said, yeah, he is. That's my mother and my aunt. But it was the moment of sitting in a cell and praying and humbling myself to God and having faith that He would fix this that changed everything in my life. Everything. It is so easy to be humble and do the right thing. People always ask me, how did you end up on the radio? How did you get on the radio? I got on the radio by just trying to do the right thing. I was on spring break in law school. And I might have been frequenting an establishment in Dallas, Texas. I might. I never admit nor deny. And I walked out. And I was with my law partners now. We all went to law school together, and I was the only black person. All my law partners are Caucasian. And so we came out of a bar, and there was 6 young black guys surrounding 2 white guys. And they were about to jump on them. So I walked over there, and I said, hey, man, these 2 white guys, don't pay no attention to them. They're with me. You see these other guys over here? Let me buy y'all some drinks. They just drunk. Don't worry about it. So I took them in the bar. I bought them some drinks. I came back out, and the 2 white guys were still there. And I said, hey, man, we're not fighting for you, so you better get out of here. And they said, no, we're staying for a reason. Do you know who we are? And I said, no. You know, I'm from Chicago. We're here on spring break. Well, one of them was the vice president of Clear Channel Radio. And the other one was the morning guy, the morning host of Dallas Radio. They had me come in, tell a story. We stayed in touch. When I got out of law school, I thought I could get a job as a lawyer with Clear Channel. But what happened was I took a job in Detroit, Michigan. I got transferred back to Chicago. Drex was now the morning host in Chicago. He had me come up. He said, man, you're a lawyer now. Can you give some free legal advice? I said, sure. So many people called in. His boss ran in and said, look, you got a job. We want you here every week. And it started because I was trying to do the right thing. And I'm saying that to say this. As you go out into the world, as you go into your profession, it's a couple of right things you need to do. First thing, always remember from whence you came. Always remember that. Hold on to it. Always humble yourself. Always write a check to North Carolina Central. Now you're laughing, but I'm serious. And I'm saying that because of this. If you did not have the opportunity to be here, where would you have been? So write a check so the next generation will have the same opportunity that you've had. Right? The third thing is this. I tell my beloved fraternity brothers this all the time. I'm on the national board for Phi Beta Sigma. And I tell them this all the time when we're in our discussions. Remember to have geese sense. Now some of you will look at me and say, geese sense, Warren, what are you talking about? Have you ever seen a flock of geese fly? It's one goose out front, right? That one goose is out front, everybody else is in a perfect formation, right? When that one goose can't take anymore, what happens? It falls back, and another goose goes to the front, right? And if you ever seen the flock fly, it's one goose in the back that looks like it's flying drunk. It's like this all the time, right? That goose is watching the other geese. Because if one of the other geese get tired, that goose flies underneath that particular goose to keep the formation tight. Now, do you know why geese travel the way they travel in a flock? Because as a flock, they can travel at 70 miles per hour. As an individual goose, they can only travel at 12. They have enough sense to come together, take turns leading, have each other's back to fly 70 miles per hour. Why can't we have geese seasons in America? I will close with this. Many of you will go on to do wonderful and great things. Many of you who are sitting here are the first in your family to ever achieve something like this. So you are opening the doors for many, many to come after you. Remember to keep love in front of you. Remember to stay humble. And remember to dream. Remember to dream. I was a dreamer. That movie, Steve Harvey's movie, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman. I was a dreamer. I was a dreamer. But as my grandmother would tell me, a dream without a plan is nothing more than a wish, son. Make your plan, make your dream, and dream as though you're going to live forever, but live like you're about to die tomorrow. God bless you. Congratulations, class of 2012.
Thank you very much. As I listened to you, I was reminded of the words uttered by a person whose name I can't even remember, who said, live your life in such a way that you can tell your children, who can tell their children's children, that you not only stood for something, but you worked to make it happen. Thank you for your work to make what you talk about happen. All students who are graduating with honors will now be recognized. I call upon Dr. Debbie Thomas to do that.
Will all students graduating with honors please stand? North Carolina Central is proud to congratulate all of its graduates and to offer gratitude to all those who've made this day a momentous occasion for each of you. We pause now to especially recognize those students who have excelled academically by placing them in the special classification of honor students. To you, honor students, we say thanks for your high academic achievement. We celebrate that achievement as you fulfill the essential purpose of higher education and inspire those who follow you. From its beginning as the National Religious Training School in Chautauqua, this institution has grown tremendously, but has held to its primary mission of academic excellence and education for service. It is your good fortune and ours for you to be here today as beneficiaries of a legacy of vision, sacrifice, and achievement. Again, congratulations on your outstanding academic performance, and may you all continue to soar high with the eagles that you are. Who can predict to what heights you can and will soar? Congratulations.
Graduate and professional degrees will now be conferred, and I again call upon Provost Thomas.
Chancellor Nelms, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates herein assembled have qualified in all respects for the degrees for which they have struggled and succeeded by successfully completing curricula. I understand, y'all, it's all right. By successfully completing curricula offered by the several graduate and professional schools of North Carolina Central University, and have been certified by our registrar and recommended by the faculty and the Board of Trustees to be awarded the appropriate graduate degrees. With the summa cum laude graduate for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Music, Master of Public Administration, Master of Social Work, Master of Science, Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of School Administration, Master of Information Science, Master of Library Science, Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Science, and Juris Doctor. Please stand and remain standing. And now with the magna cum laude grad candidates in those same degree programs also stand and remain standing. And with the cum laude candidates in those same degree programs stand and remain standing also. Would all other candidates for the same degree program please stand and also remain standing? Chancellor Nelm, it is with pleasure and pride that I present to you these candidates who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation in their respective academic programs. They have been certified by the registrar, approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees, and are now commended to you for conferral of the graduate degree.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the respective schools and colleges of the university, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of North Carolina Central University and by the Board of Governors of the University of North Carolina, I do hereby confer upon each of you the degree for which you have qualified with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Dr. Elwood Robinson, Dean of the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Dr. Carlton Wilson, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. Abdul Mohammed, Dean of the College of Science and Technology. Dr. G. Keith McGee, Dean of the School of Business. Dr. Wynetta Lee, Dean of the School of Education. Dr. Irene Owens, Dean of the School of Library and Information Sciences, and Attorney Raymond Pierce, Dean of the School of Law, will announce the candidates for graduate and professional degrees in their respective colleges and schools.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Arts, Master of Public Administration, Master of Science, and Master of Social Work in the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, would you please stand, turn to your right, put that person, and proceed to the podium.
Amber E. Bergen. Winter M. Bright. Jovan G. Dixon. Brittany Hanna. John P. Palmer, Jr. Shelton R. Thomas. Lanika M. DeGraffa-Reed. Robin B. Parsons. Walter L. Thunderbird III. Virginia R. Mitchell. Sharon Jones. Jakaza L. Jones. John W. Smith, Jr. Anita M. Mark. Rashida Y. Abdul Ghaffar. Omega G. McKinnon. Ebony T. Garvin. Kivani J. Bethune. Daniel F. Douglas. Amy L. Askew. Kelvin D. Dednam. Megan Parry. Beverly G. Gore. Thambanashi Tanikra Killa. Tana Killa. Jonathan W. Glenn. Danielle D. Hudson. Vladimir Allen. Christopher L. Ward. Humphrey B. Pruitt. Decembre Pierce. Angela L. Reddick. Shalita Thomas. Shameka M. Kane. Rashawn J. Kent. Celissa E. Jones. Shara V. Marshall. Gwendolyn Howell. Pamela Bannerman Smith. Donna M. Little. Janaya A. Robinson. Narissa L. Withers. Francis J. Windsor. Carl J. Johnson. Sylvia B. Ames. Alicia D. Cradle. Gloria B. Holden. Tawana R. Austin. Patrice J. Ballard. Candice B. Harris. Darren K. Young. Joe S. Rizalo. Michela J. Stanfield. Brittany N. Mohammed. Tamika N. Jones. Simonia D. Lay. Saravia A. Williams. Florence B. Adamola. Rosa G. Joyner.
Once again, congratulations. You may be seated.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in the College of Liberal Arts please approach the platform?
Andrew W. McGinn. John T. Couch. Jonathan K. Barlow. Bridget A. Robinson. Bridget P. Robinson. Charlene Bumpus. Daniel R. Davis. Titus Gat. Lynn J. Grisford.
Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the candidates for the Master of Science degree in the College of Science and Technology please move to the platform?
James E. Rudd. Asifa G. Caspe. Clayton A. Bonovich. Ashavir Petrosayan. Helen O. Onabanjo. Fatima L. Alibo. Adama Seka. Zitanya I. Ogino Obu. Kimberly A. Jefferson. Whitney B. Thomas. Janae M. Pettis. Kamal Efrat Sheikh.
Congratulations. Please be seated.
One program addition, I'd like to acknowledge that Ms. Amber Tarleton, graduating with a Master in Business Administration with honors cum laude, was omitted from the program. Would all candidates for the Master of Business Administration in the School of Business please approach the platform?
Belinda Dene. Stella Kasparova. Amber N. Charlton. Ryan D. Chapman. Sofiato Ann. Tanita Burton, Ramona M. Hale Coley, Unray Kurad Aton, Marvin W. Askew Jr., Joshua S. Coley, Jermaine A. Austin, Lori A. Hale, Antoinette A. Stevenson,
Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, and Master of School Administration in the School of Education please come to the platform?
Alexandra M. Thomas F. Harrington, Kimberly M. Farrington, Christina E. Yarborough, Stephen R. Westbrook, Gregory G. Pate, Brian E. Mitchell, Clifton R. Bobbitt, Shakia N. Norman, Marilyn C. Oliphant, Donna T. Hunt, Annie M. Bush, Sonia L. Thomas, Nia P. Downey, Natasha S. Snipes, Tia D. Shin, Jeanette Artis, Latoya J. Elliott, Devin L. Reynolds, Erica Ramos, Tyler M. Johnson, Lord Taylor Edie, Courtney A. Long, Mary Patricia Perez da Silva, Amanda J. Werble, Whitney D. Hancock, Julianne Hollister, Melissa M. Ross, Miriam N. Featherstone, Yolanda Johnson, Blanca L. Sacovia, Trishira D. Williams, Erica D. Thomas, Sierra V. Harris, Jordan C. Bishop, Latoya R. Shumate, Charlisa D. Peoples-Duncan. Justin T. Smith. Jacqueline D. Hargrove. Amy P. Seats. Jennifer R. O'Brien. Kelly W. Kaiser. Janetta Floyd. Reginald A. Bullock. Yvonne W. Guyton. Daniel W. Smith. Tammy L. Hedgepeth. Angela Jones.
Congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Will the candidates for the Master of Information Science and Master of Library Science please move to the podium?
Bridget D. Ward. Altonia R. Washington. Rebecca H. Pop. Jonathan M. Eckhart. Edward W. Eaton. Kyle L. Payne. Gerard L. Truesdale. Dylan R. Smith. Tanika M. Lucas. Amber N. Walker. April H. Clark. Diane M. Luther. Yvonne W. Alston. Shanita M. Fulford. India Stowers. Daniel S. McGee. Peggy J. Cotton. Marika B. Peterson. Jacqueline Siegel. Jerry Boyce.
How are you, Joe?
Congratulations. Please be seated.
And now, will the candidates for the Juris Doctor degree please move to the podium?
Rachel M. Bloom. Michelle K. Jerome. Shalenka I. Ware. Laura T. Swartz. Tyler R. Stone. Rachel L. King. Patrick T. Buffkin, Fern Patterson, Nakia Pridgen, Quentin D. Bird, Pedra D. Lee, Hathaway S. Pendergrass, Jeremy D. Adams, Sharika M. Robinson, Ashley S. Parker, Jocelyn R. Calvin, Shadera Ejim, Crystal Renee Carey, Venus C. Boston, Latrice N. McDowell, Jamie D. Davis, Corey J. Brannon, Marlon J. Jenkins, Amy N. Crow, Stephen R. Alton, Calvin J. Woody, Ashley N. Eatman, T. Greg Duchette, Jerry Boyce, Sharon A. Barbie, Javari B. Craddock, Chandria M. McCoy, Andre T. McDavid, Bryce M. Baxter, Henrietta G. Brown, Amanda M. Wright, Lauren J. Allen, Janita L. Pearsall, Aisha S. Vincent Dobson, Obieze Meje, Janae Alexander, Morgan D. White, Jordan Ford, Leah K. Gaines, Rosetta M. Allen, Shayla C. Richburg, Latoya J. Love, Roger D. Locklear, Henrietta Asiado, Marquisa L. Lewis, Jamie S. Phillips, Shatana S. Miller, Jillian E. Mack, Cameo S. Carter, Tia S. Willis, Olawatia Adisila, Casey M. Robinson, Erica P. Vample, Landon Peno, Christopher C. Horn, Garfield N. Hilton, India A. Jackson, Jawanda E. Jones, Cherie N. Harris, Shantia J. Stanley, Jed S. Kelly, Eric M. Williams, Deirdre L. Beasley, Jermaine A. Austin, Lori A. Hale, Thomas A. Dykers, Stanley W. Jenkins, Michael N. Oswald, Andrew J. Stormer, Jonathan D. Sigley, Matthew G. Famia, Christopher G. Barnes, Cara M. Fletcher, Todd R. Beeman, Donna A. Guyton, Natasha Y. Freeman, Kendra M. Davis,
Priscilla R. Cooper, Naisha R. Smith, Joshua S. Coley, Barry J. Porter Jr., Edward M. James, Misty L. Green, Andrew H. Stevenson, Brent B. Smith, Robert Brooks, Carolyn M. Watt, Preston W. Tyndall, Matthew R. Burkhurst, India Sowers, Robert Keith T. Robertson, Antoinette A. Stevenson, Deshae L. Spurgeon, B.B. Yanyo, Raquel D. Thomas, Bahaya A. Lawrence, Masuma L. Abdul Sabur, Travis S. Norton, Wendell S. Fortson II, Andrew R. Dempster Jr., Megan L. Mitchell, Wadlena I. Sales, Christina L. Marshall, Amy M. McLean, Corey A. Wells, Charles A. Cooper, Victoria R. Grimes, Lyle J. Burnham, Shalonda Arnold, Jamal Jennings, Jacinta D. Jones,
Whitney E. Prescott, Stephanie M. Smith, Latavia S. Alexander, Toya H. Irvin, Daniel J. Britt, Reginald M. Mathis, Raquel B. Forrest, James F. Stevens, Shelley C. Brown, Elise V. Bouchard, Jennifer L. Perez, Leah Leon, David F. Mofford, Kimberly R. Ramsdor, and Elizabeth Ann S. Thompson. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Will you please join me in a round of applause for all of our graduates? Ms. Tanya Davis, President of the North Carolina Central University National Alumni Association, Incorporated, will now conduct the induction ceremony for the spring of 2012 graduates. Ms. Davis.
To Chancellor Nelms, the presiding official of these exercises, to Commencement Speaker Attorney Warren Ballantyne, Provost Thomas, Board of Trustees members, other guests of the dais, faculty, staff, students, alumni, friends, and special acknowledgement to the class of 2012. Greetings. It is with distinct pleasure to welcome each of you to the Eagle family. Some of you are returning Eagles and others of you are new to NCCU. Either way, you are an Eagle. One of the ways we acknowledge each other is by clapping our wings. Since many of you may not have had an opportunity to attend an athletic event because you were working, studying, meeting in groups, writing extensive papers, or catching up on sleep, you are now going to practice your Eagle wave. So when you see a car that has a license plate tag or frame that says NCCU, or someone walking and you notice NCCU clothing, this is what you're going to do. Let me see you do it. All right. Thank you. You got your practice here. Congratulations on obtaining your advanced degree, for I know it did not come easily. The Alumni Association looks forward to you doing great things in your profession and community. I hope you have received your gift bag containing the gift from the Alumni Association, especially the complimentary one-year national membership that is being offered to you. If you did not receive a gift bag, please contact or stop by the Office of Alumni Relations, and that's on the corner of Fayetteville and Cecil Street, to claim your prize. At this time, will all graduates please stand and repeat after me the Pledge of Allegiance. I hereby solemnly pledge unbroken allegiance to my alma mater in appreciation for the opportunities for development afforded me as a student at North Carolina Central University. I pledge active membership in the Alumni Association wherever I may be. Through association with fellow alumni, I shall ever do my best to uphold the ideals and traditions of my alma mater. I pledge as a citizen to exemplify the high ideals thus implied, seeking truth always, rendering positive service to community, state, and nation, and so to live as ever to bring honor and respect to my alma mater. You are now duly inducted members of the North Carolina Central University Alumni Association. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You may be seated.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Graduates, I know you have been busy studying and preparing for this day, and so you may have forgotten that this is an election year. That's right. One of the enduring values of a democracy is not only the right to vote, but an obligation to vote. An obligation to vote. That is the way we keep our country strong and responsive, and how we hold elected officials accountable. It is critical that you be counted on election day. Graduates, commit yourselves to excellence in everything you do at work, at play, and in relationships. Your last assignment is as follows. Be an advocate for North Carolina Central University. Don't let anyone run your alma mater down. If you don't speak up, who will? 2, refer serious-minded students like you, like yourselves, to North Carolina Central University. Don't refer people who are not fully committed to earning a degree. And 3rd, invest in your alma mater. Keep that law school tuition as close to $24,000 as you can. And keep that undergraduate tuition as low as you can. And you can do that by investing in your alma mater. Congratulations again, and best wishes in the weeks, months, and years ahead. I ask you to stand now for the singing of the alma mater.
Let us now prepare for our benediction. May the grace of God continue to be with us. May your love continue to surround us, and the peace that passeth all understanding continue to be with us. Now unto him who is able to keep us from falling, present us faultless before his throne, the all-wise, merciful Creator, our God. Let all of God's people say amen.
Chancellor Nim, with your permission, I declare our 119th commencement exercises closed. The recessional.